Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your favorite white boy, Mike EAZY, Belt the real. You already know the deal, gang. And for this video, we're going to be speaking about Terrance Gangsta Williams and what he's doing without even knowing, man. It can be very detrimental to some folks in the very near future. Go ahead and press that like, subscribe, and notification bell. Let's stay locked in with your boy. You know we come raw and real and call it straight down the middle like the umpire. Don't hold back. Don't matter what color he is, who you friends with. Nothing like that, man. We're giving it to you raw. So, Terrance Gangsta Williams, more notably the brother of Brian Williams, aka Birdman, and Slim Williams, you know, the owners of Cash Money, one of the biggest record labels in the whole wide world that ever existed, and actually sold more records than any other label in history, man. Terrance Gangsta Williams was just like his name say, he was a stupid gangster. And I ain't talking about stupid in a bad way. I mean, like, he was a super gangster, you know, back in the day, hailing from down there in Louisiana around New Orleans. You know, he did his thing, you know, real notable street guy. Been convicted of a lot of murders, told on some things. Some people call him a snitch. Some people say, you know, he ain't a snitch. Whatever the case may be, you know, he's found a new profound fame in the blogging world, in the YouTube world, ever since he came home from prison, telling the stories. And people really just pay a lot of attention to him because he's actually Birdman's brother, you know, and you know, he can tell about growing up with Birdman. He can tell about a lot of the things that people really don't get from Birdman, because Birdman's a real secretive character. He really don't speak too much. You know, when you get Birdman, you get the gangster. You know what I'm saying? And Birdman, Gangsta, he's kind of the more funny side of Birdman. You can tell they're brothers, but, you know, one's more serious and one's more funny, jokingly, you know, that like that. But Birdman's actually older than Terrance Gangsta Williams, I think by maybe 5-6 years, you know. Grew up in a big family. They had, I think, like 20-something siblings, you know, and so they was all out everywhere. But what Terrance Gangsta Williams really don't know, that what he's doing, he could actually be causing some problems for Birdman and Slim in the future, man, with some of the things he be saying on his podcast and on these videos. And, you know, I didn't even know he said some of these things, but, you know, he was in prison for, I think, like 20 or so years before he allegedly gave the police officers the whereabouts, saying, well, not even really the whereabouts, but kind of confessed to some killings that I think he did himself and some other people did that are no longer here, he said. So some people actually killed some people, and to solve the cold cases, he kind of said, hey, this guy's the one that killed him. But he allegedly, he's only told on dead people. He ain't told on nobody alive, so he can't incriminate nobody or anything like that. But a lot of the stuff he's been saying, man, is implicating Birdman in a lot of crimes. And, you know, this can be real bad for Birdman because there's no statute of limitations on murders. And a lot of the stuff he's saying is tricky, you know. And one interview that I just seen recently, he actually admitted that Birdman gave him the gun and told him to go shoot this guy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Terrance Gangsta Williams really cares about getting Birdman in trouble, because Birdman really don't speak to him like that. You know, that's his brother and everything, but ever since Gangsta got out of prison and, you know, told on what he told on to get out, Birdman kind of cut him off, you know. And Gangsta tell you himself, Birdman say, man, you know, you my brother, but I don't respect what you did, so, you know, don't even speak to me about this type of things, because I ain't trying to lose my freedom because you got caught up, you know what I mean? And but Gangsta actually kind of accuses Birdman of implementing him in that lifestyle and getting him started. And, you know, they ran the Hot Boy gang, you know. And Terrance Gangsta Williams, a lot of people say he was Birdman's hitman. He was the one Birdman would call upon. Hey, I need this guy took out. I need this guy took out. Because when they was in the streets, when they was in the hood, Birdman was selling drugs and everything like that. They was having block wars. They was having gang wars, projects against projects. And Terrance Gangsta Williams was known to get busy out there, you know. And there was a lot of murders that happened. There's still a lot of murders that was unsolved. And I think Terrance, I think he admitted to 30 or 40 murders, man. You know, and Birdman don't want to have no part of that because he know there ain't no statute of limitations on any murders, and there's still some unsolved ones, and he don't want to have no dealings with Terrance Gangsta Williams, implementing him in no gang culture problems or anything like that. Birdman specifically stated, and this comes out of Terrance's mouth one time, that they sat down at a round table, Birdman, Gangsta, Slim, I think it was a few other people around the Hot Boy era, not the rap group, but the actual gang, Pow Pow. They were Hot Boys, and they sat down at the round table, you know, formed a little gang and said, you know, you don't admit to nothing, you don't snitch on nobody. If you go to jail, you go to jail, you do your time. If it's for the rest of your life, that's just what you do. So Terrance actually getting out of the prison system by admitting to some of those cold case murders kind of like went against the grain, went against what they stood for, went against what they agreed on. Birdman don't want to have no problem with that, and he's scared to death that some of the things Terrance is going to say or things going to implement him into some crimes, into some murders that's going to get him locked up. And some of the things I'm seeing Terrance Gangsta Williams speak about is heading down that way. Now, I don't know exactly everything he said. He might have already implemented Birdman into some murders or something like that. But, yo, you got to watch what you say, Terrance. You do, man, or you're going to end up getting your brother and probably some other people locked up, man. I understand you free and things like that, and a lot of this stuff happened a long time ago, but there's no statute of limitations on murder, bro. There is none. Your brother's super duper successful, like I said, has the most selling records of a record label ever to exist. Don't bring him down, you know, with just because you want to get out here and get rich with saying your Birdman stories and your Cash Money and your Hot Boy stories from back in the day. Don't implement him just trying to get your bag up, you know what I mean? Because he kept you right in jail. He was always sending you money, keeping your books right, making sure you was fed, making sure you was good, and so was Slim. They all looked out for you. I understand you came home and everything. That should have been it. You know, you can talk about prison stories or whatever you want to, but don't be implementing them in any kind of shootings, murders, anything like that happen, man. Because the way it's going right now, I won't be surprised if the feds is putting all this information together, gathering all this information, and implementing y'all into a RICO case. I really don't know how the statute of limitations work on the RICO for the Hot Boys or anything like that, but a lot of the information you gave can definitely lead to some charges down the road, man. And you keep on coming out with new videos and new stuff like that, so you gotta watch out, man. And I'm pretty sure Birdman is not appreciative of some of the things you're saying and implementing his name in, you know what I mean? So I find that's real messed up, man. And you a street dude, you smarter than that, you know. And I know you probably think, hey, you getting all this chili, all this cheddar off these views from off of these stories and this, you know, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen. You don't know that, bro. They been wanting to get these people, you know, especially Birdman. So you just gotta watch out what you say, and hopefully what you said already, because I ain't heard everything, but what I have heard, don't implement him and get them coming to arrest him, because that would be truly messed up, man. So watch what you say and be smart at it. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, man. Until the next one. Peace.